what is a faith reactor? Well, let's just talk about reaction for a moment. In all of truth, very little tells the story about where you are as does your reactions. Because see, your reactions actually hit the surface before you've had a chance to think, feel, speak, or act. Your reactions are automatic. See, so like if you're on the expressway and one of those drivers cut in front of you, the first thing you do is say, you react, right? You don't pray until after you cuss. You react because your reaction is your natural instinct. Now, instinct in the animal aspect of ourselves is a part of our intuitive or wisdom nature. Is that right? So you react out of that conditioned state or part of yourself that immediately responds in accord to where you are. Now, as a faith reactor, you will not be given an opportunity to ascertain the level of propensity by which you've matriculated the truth teachings into your ability to express them in and through your daily walk. What you will do is cuss if your reaction is to cuss. But as a faith reactor, your default, Reverend McDowell, must become one in which you automatically turn to the vision or the word that you've received from the Holy Spirit about what is. Now, how do you know when you're a reactor? When you are a reactor, you just automatically do what you're supposed to do. Abel was a reactor. And since Abel was a reactor, Abel brought to the Spirit a gift that was better than his brothers. Noah was a reactor. And since Noah was a reactor, Noah built an ark even though he heard the flood was coming, but he hadn't seen it yet. Abraham was a reactor. Abraham was the kind of reactor that when the Holy Spirit said, get up and move, Abraham got up and moved, took his people with him without knowing where he was going. I'm talking about whether or not you are a faith reactor. See, faith reactors are not looking for something that reminds them of something that's familiar. Faith reactors get to it because they know their faith is not in themselves. Their faith is not in their job. Their faith is not in their pension. Their faith is not in their investments. Their faith is not in their church. Their faith is not on the street. Their faith is not in their marriage. Their faith is in God. When we're talking about faith, we're talking only about having faith in God. And if the Holy Spirit ain't said nothing to you yet, you get quiet, you get still, you get open, and you find out what? As the daily inspiration lesson said to us, don't fix your mind on the how. Fix your mind to have faith in what thus said the Lord in your soul, that you can count on, that you can rely upon, that you can take to the bank. God is worthy of everything that he has said or shown you. Put God to the test. I think there are a room full of folks who made it through in faith. I think there are all kinds of stories that are present right here. People of faith. But your challenges don't end yesterday. You still face challenges. And just like you faced challenges yesterday and God saw you through, God has not forgotten your name. Not only has God not forgotten your name, but God is the one that gave you your name. God is the one that gave you the nature that proved you worthy of everything that you should receive. God is the one that will take care of you. If God can give you the vision, then God will give you the provision to bring you through into the manifestation of that which he has shown you. Prove me now herewith, and see if I will not pour you out a blessing that you do not have room enough to receive. You got to make room for God, see, because we've been working through this little bitty stuff. I'm hot up here. We're trying to work through manifesting little bitty stuff. You got to stop working little bitty stuff. Are you ready for the bigness of God? That's what I want to know. See, because you might have to work something a little extra than you've been working for God to do something bigger in your life. Your present use of faith has gotten you to where you are right now. But there's some real challenges in here. And some of you scared. I know you are. I feel it. I feel it. I hear it. I see it. I know it. But what I've come to tell you is this. God is. God is. God is. God is. And God is up to every challenge that you face. You will not go through it alone, but the whole Spirit of the Lord will bring you through on the other side. And when you get to the other side, you'll look back and you'll say, praise be to the Lord. I made it through. God's got you, baby. God's got you. Don't worry about nothing. You just work your faith, you work your demonstration, and watch the Lord see you through.